guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kendra, aka Miss K. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. I'm a medical assistant instructor. I teach both clinical and administrative skills. I'm also an author and a mother of one, and I do so many other things, but here I talk about medical assistant. So today I want to talk about difficult patients, right? First of all, I just want to say this. There are going to be some patients who are just difficult because sometimes, maybe they're not feeling well. They mean no harm. They're, just agitated and, nervous or whatever. And so I've had many patients that were like that, that just was not in a good mood when they came in. By the time they went back there to the doctor and came back out, they apologized and they're like, look, I'm sorry. I just was irritated or whatever. And, I'm like, it's fine, so you kind of got some patients that are going to be like that just because they're not feeling well. Okay. So, I always tell my students, you want to kind of expect this to happen because it's going to happen, right? You know how they say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And that's one of those things. You're going to encounter difficult patients, period. There's no way around it, right? So that's one kind of difficult patient will come across, one that's not really meaning any harm, right? Like I said, they don't feel well. And then sometimes you'll have patients who maybe put up defense mechanisms, right? Like I had a patient who was hard of hearing and he was often irritated because, we would have to speak loudly for him. And he often was like, ma'am, I can't hear you. He was kind of grumpy. And I knew that it was just because he could not hear well like he used to. And so he was just, he was affected by that. So some people are just, they're insecure about what they're going through. They are just, they're sad about what they're going through, and things like that. So it's important to recognize the difference, right? And then you'll have some patients who are just outright rude and disrespectful. If you work in customer service, you know what I'm talking about already before you even get out there working with patients because you've already been working with people. So you know what I'm talking about. And so I just kind of want you to just kind of, remember not to take certain things personal, right? So there's certain things that's just outright disrespect. And I'm going to share with you a story that happened to me in the office that I work in. I work in this office, PRN, meaning I go in, whenever they need me. But I used to work there years ago, full-time, cardiology office. And so we had a patient that used to come late. Well, first of all, she used to miss her appointment. And then when she did come, she would come late. So this particular day, she came in, right? She was late. The doctor had already finished. As a matter of fact, I think the doctor was already gone at this point. But anyway, she's a little lady. I can't remember where she was from. She wasn't from here. I don't know, but I don't want to guess it either. But anyway, she was a foreign lady. I'll just say that. And she would come in late, little teeny lady. I'm short myself. I'm only 5'3", and this woman was maybe about 4'11", maybe 4'10", if that. But anyway, so she came in late that day and we let her know she cannot be seen. She goes off on us, just to kind of give you guys a visual. So I'm sitting at my desk, right? I was doing checkout and patient care. The RN was sitting there. And then my coworker at the front desk, she's sitting up there. So I'm sitting here, I'm black. The nurse is white. My coworker at the front, she's Hispanic, right? She's from Nicaragua. So anyway, so we're sitting there. She goes off on us because we told her she can't be seen. She goes down the line. She points to the white nurse, white B. Points to me, black B. Points to my coworker, Spanish B. So she called all of us a B, right? And just stormed out of the office. So we were all really shocked at what had just happened. Long story short, the doctor ended up dismissing her, letting her know we are not going to tolerate that disrespect in the office, and he let her go. So you're going to have, I'm not going to say you're going to, but you may have situations like that where patients are mad because they can't be seen or whatever. I didn't take it personal. I know I'm not a B, you know what I mean? But I just want to kind of, I like to kind of talk about this stuff to kind of prepare students. They like when I share stories anyway, but, I just want to talk about, what to do in situations like that. In our situation, we let the provider know, and the provider, he took it upon himself to let the patient go, right? Also situations, maybe you may have to get your nurse manager. I had another situation where this was around a time where the 42 movie came out, the movie about Jackie Robinson. He was the first African-American in the National Baseball League. I think that's I don't know baseball. I think it's National Baseball, NBA. I don't know. But anyway, he was the first professional baseball player. So I brought my patient back. He was the last patient of the day. He was a white patient. Brought him to the back. He was kind of a grumpy man. all the time. Because, you know, when you're in cardiology, you see some of the same people all the time. So I had seen him a few times before. But anyway, brought him to the back and he's making conversation with me. He's like, hey, did you see the new movie 42? I said, yeah, I did see it. It was really good. He said, who is it about? I said, Jackie Robinson. He said, well, who is he? I said, he's the first African-American baseball player in the league. I can't remember if I said African-American or black. Either way, he was like, no, he's a Negro. And I said, he's black. Well, he's African-American. Like I said, I can't remember which word I used, but whatever the case, he was adamant about referring to him as a Negro. I said, you know what, sir? I'm going to go ahead and get my nurse manager and let her finish working with you. So I went and got the nurse manager. She's white. I let her handle it, right? Because I felt uncomfortable in that moment. It was just it seemed like he was so adamant about it. He was already grumpy. And I know me. And so I said, you know what? Let me just let him, let me let somebody else handle him. So if you have situations like that where you're uncomfortable, and it could be a situation where the patient is maybe not even being outright, you know, irate or cussing or whatever. It could just be a situation where they're making you very uncomfortable with their words or whatever. Maybe a man maybe making a pass at you, or even a woman. If you're a male medical assistant, a woman is making a pass at you. If you're uncomfortable, let your nurse manager know, right? And sometimes, in some cases, you have people, if you worked in customer service, sometimes you have people that would just try to get you just because they know you're at work and you're not going to do anything. So you got to kind of expect it. Don't take it personal and know that is them and not you. So I wanted to share this story. If you have that story, if you're a medical assistant or, you know, a medical assistant or nurse and you work in the office and you have some stories, let me know down below if you've ever experienced anything similar or just anything at all with a difficult patient, an irate patient, and let me know how you handle that. So I hope you enjoyed this story time today. If you enjoy my videos, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you like to hear more content from me. Thank you again for visiting my channel. Be blessed.